time for truce. Bring that phone. I can show you. It is time for truce. And I told him, call for truce, Kimani, with an exclamation. I did. And I can show you here.
It was a text message.
It was a text message. And he responded. And he gave me excuses why there are fights. He told me, oh, the governor doesn't do this, doesn't do this. And I said, come on. You cannot be telling me the reason why there are fights is because of the governor. You are the senior most politically elected leader nationally. You should walk in with Wamuchomba by your side, with Kengara by your side, with Kagombe of Gatondo South by your side, go to the governor's office and demand to speak to him, humbly realizing and recognizing and acknowledging that he's the governor of Kiambu.
So where did the conversation conclude at?
It concluded that Hon Wamatangi, our governor, doesn't listen, but I've not seen any effort to attempt to speak to him because I've not been called for any meeting for truce. All I see is funny meetings being called in Karen, funny meetings being called somewhere in Nairobi, farmers from my county being withdrawn from the county to go and get a brief from Nairobi. And I always say, if really the meetings you're doing are good meetings and they mean good for the people of Kiambu, why can't you hold a meeting here in Kiambu? Why can't you call a meeting in Kiambu and make sure in that meeting all the leaders are there? Why are you calling people in Karen? It is because there's something you're planning that you didn't want the mass, the people who voted for you, as early as 3 a.m. to know what you're doing. So I want to tell the people of Kiambu, enough is enough. We are not going to sit pretty and watch people scatter us. We are not going to sit pretty and hear people plan for us. All we need and care is, we want what was delivered on the top of the cars when you're doing campaign. We were promised GMR on coffee. Where is it? We were promised GMR on tea. Where is it? We were promised that we are going to get our own feed factory for our livestock farmers. Where is it? We were promised that we are going to have jobs for our young people in Kiambu. Where are the jobs? We were promised that our stadiums are going to be completed. Are they done? We were promised that our hospitals that were started. I remember very well when President Ruto stood in Githunguri. He pointed Githunguri Hospital. And he said in 100 days, he's going to complete and equip Githunguri Level 5 Hospital. Is it done? We are not interested in who is majority leader close to State House, who works in State House when they want. That is not our business. The Wajiko of Kiambu is not interested. We are interested on what was promised and what is delivered. So for me, let me tell you, I'm not defending the governor.
Okay.
I've bashed the governor also many times. I'm in record. You can even go and check. I have bashed the governor for lack of medicine in Githunguri Hospital. I've bashed the governor for failure to install, lighting in our towns in Githunguri. I have bashed the governor for lying that he's feeding our ECD. Yet he picks one here, one there, and then he says he's feeding everybody. I've bashed the governor for bringing 10 kgs fertilizer to our farmers who have acreages of coffee, and you bring a 10 kg bag of fertilizer for somebody who has 5 acres, 3 acres, 2 acres of coffee. I have done that in the past. But that does not mean that we now finished with the governor and we dump him. Because like I told you, I witnessed Kiambu push out a governor, an elected, duly elected governor. We pushed him out. Not because we loved him, but because he was a mess. But after him, did we recover? Did we even get what we wanted when we were pushing the first governor out? No. For me, we elected Wamatangi. We knew him when we elected him because he was not a newcomer in politics. He was there for 10 years as a senator. We knew what kind of a leader we were electing. And therefore, this is our baby to feed and win until we finish 2027. After 2027, the Wanjiko, the Kamau, the Jogona will decide. But we are not going to use the political class to deny Wanjiko services in the name of this is the wrong candidate. Mind you, I am on record. President Ruto can attest to this. I am one of those who went into his office before elections, and I told him I'm not comfortable with the Matangis as a governor. He told me, Gathoni, this is the party position. This is our party candidate. Please support him. And I told him, I'm not sure whether we are doing the right thing. He told me, this is our party candidate. So how then do we sit in boardrooms without involving Wanjiko of Kiambu and decide this is the wrong person for Kiambu. No.
Absolutely.
No.
Brilliant. So, Mheshimiwa, moving the conversation forward then, when you, even as you talk about a truce, what sort of time frame would you be looking at to be able, because so that it doesn't become another war of words over time? We
Actually, now it is becoming a war of words because after the coffee tea meeting, actually it was a coffee meeting. The reason why farmers were agitated is because after we were elected, everybody, including that majority leader, ran away from the farmers. Completely ran away. Nobody has ever given the coffee farmers forum. I have been screaming alone. I have been